And then we look at Puerto Rico. Oh shit, it is there.
The dog answered too.
Come here, Pharaoh. Come here. Ain't no dog barking. You don't even bark.
See, like they're playing with my food too. I want to get in this.
You don't bark like that. You know that your hand the barking on the thing. See?
We're about to start a dog Zoom here. They all start barking at the same time.
Yeah, he trying to bark too. Go on. Go on, play. Go on. Yeah, he don't bark, man. He only bark when it's turned on like that's
That
it.
might apply
Like
to y'all right there.
hours.
Right,
That's it. To explain when deciding whether to deviate from the basic child support obligation is appropriate, the trier of fact shall consider, among other factors, the unusual needs and unusual fixed obligation of the household income, the child's age, the party's relative assets and liabilities, medical expenses not covered by insurance, the parties and the child's standard of living, and other relevant and appropriate factors, including the child's best interests. Wow.
Yeah. So what they do is so they have this automatic
Calculation.
calculation based on it's so what they say is everyone every father is guaranteed to have 40 hours a week minimum wage of federal minimum wage, and they're gonna start from that premise and deduct 65% and whatever left over.
Oh, that. Well, okay,
Yeah.
you do, but this is what I would say. Okay, I would say this. I wouldn't go by that. I wouldn't give. I would say it this way, and it's will probably come off more like if we were in a private session. I don't give a fuck what they say.
Mhm.
What's the rule?
Correct.
Well, it's how it's worded.
Yeah.
Obtain and get and obtain. The judge tell you obtain a job and go get a job. Get is something different to obtain. I remember you brought that to my attention.
But it gets better. So they're
Mhm.
just assuming that they can calculate it based on future earning.
Yes.
Hold on.
That's what that's what
Wait
I'm
a
at.
minute. Hold
That's what
on.
I'm
Hold on.
at.
Hold on. Hold on. I ain't in Puerto Rico.
Hey, Hector.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, so while Greg is looking here,
I had
What?
full custody. This is the kicker. I had full
You-
custody, and I was still
you
getting
had.
charged for
Oh,
child support in Puerto Rico.
because I was gonna say. So since you're in PA, I was gonna say in PA, they base it based on the amount of time that you have, and then they give you a percentage. That's because I make more
Right.
money than mom, and because
Uh-huh.
I have 50-50. They're
Yeah.
still talking child support, saying, "Well, you make more money now. We gotta level the lifestyle of the child." But they don't know what the hell the lifestyle of the child is because they don't care.
No, they're just making that up. They're just throwing up words to speak
But
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 spaghetti on
you
the
y'all keep
wall.
going back to the conversation, and
That's what it is.
y'all keep going back to
So,
the conversation.
for instance, in 2014, I full custody of my daughter. What was that?
Y'all keep going back to the conversation.
BA?
What I've been telling y'all the whole time. Y'all keep telling me what they say, and I have a saying. Why are you going to the devil to save your soul?
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
true. That's true.
Yes.
And it just
You
comes
hit it,
off pretty wrong.
you
But
hit it right on the wall, huh?
That's right.
who gives a fuck what they're saying? They're my enemy.
Yeah.
What is the rule?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What
Let's stick
does
to the
the
ball.
law require?
Keep your eye on the on the ball.
On the ball. All that
Yeah.
other stuff. Well, but I'm gonna get into something. I got you, Sanders. Hey, text that to me, Sanders. Uh, I had to get into this. Let me show y'all something. Uh, Puerto Rico didn't come up for nothing. That's kind of interesting. We might just do a separate one for that, but we do this.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, that right there's an interesting thing. It's the presumption of truth. Child support awards are calculated according to specific statutory guidelines. So find with the statutory guidelines using a complex system that accounts for the obligor's capacity to pay. Okay, now your capacity to pay. Capacity to pay and ability to pay, are they the same thing?
No, they're not.
I know, I don't know. I mean, legally, are they the same thing? Not are they legally the same thing under? So in other words, what's the definition of capacity to pay? What's the difference? The definition of ability to pay. You may be 6 feet and can jump 40 inches, but can't catch shit. Don't mean you can be a football player.
Correct.
You may be dumber than a box of rocks. Maybe able to be a janitor. So, but what are they using to make the base to base it on?
By facts, evidence. But they're just operating on, I mean, presumption. That's all they have.
Did you challenge their presumption?
I think I challenged everything that they put before me. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I don't think those attorneys did a good job with my situation. They tried to like tiptoe around my business.
You talking about your attorney or the attorney for the agency?
But I think all of them tiptoe around it. The only remember I said the only person that really wanted to get this done was Chisholm. She said, go on and give him the paternity. Let him do the paternity. Because I filed a motion 8 times. Every time I bring them back, they was mad at me every time. I kept filing motions. Say, I need a paternity. I need a paternity test up. I need a paternity. They didn't want to do that. Court didn't even want to do it. And that
y'all have a little bit less going on in Pennsylvania. Will not interfere with the broad discretion afforded the trial court absent abuse of discretion or insufficient evidence to support. There you go. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will not interfere with the broad discretion afforded the trial court abuse of absent and abuse of discretion or insufficient evidence to sustain the support order. ID, father, the duty to support one's child is absolute, and the purpose of child support is to promote the child's best interest. Rico versus Novisky,